everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. We're gonna do a daily challenge today. How did we do yesterday? There appears to be no videos on YouTube of the Saturday, March 26th daily. We were all on vacation. You saw nothing. Europa, great score today. Looks like this is a Lazarus run that goes to the cathedral. Yo, oh my god. Why do we start with 2 extra items? Oh, it's Easter! I'm recording this on Easter, so this is actually a themed daily. So we're Lazarus, representing the resurrection of Jesus Christ. We have the nail, we have the crown of thorns, we got stigmata. I sort of don't want, I don't get that mouse pointer out of here. I sort of don't want to die, but we should die in order to resurrect as Lazarus and then just use the nail immediately. And in fact, we're wasting nail charges right now. So here's what I'm going to do. Again, I don't know if this is actually a good strategy from a damage perspective. We want to... You know what? I'll probably just bomb myself, is what I'm thinking at this point. Just to make sure I don't leave myself inside of that curse room. Not that it's the end of the world, but... We also found the secret room out of it regardless. Came back as Lazarus. Use this. We also got a health upgrade, which is why I saved that. And we have some extra bombs that we can use right here. Maybe this gives us shop access? It would have been nice, but this is still fine. Sure, now I'm glad we did that, because we do... Ooh, terrible damage. We do have a really good damage bonus as a result, or at least an adequate damage bonus. And truth be told, our HP, we only lost 2 HP in the whole resulting kerfuffle there. That's not that bad. And we found the secret room as well. And because of the nail, stigmata, etc., our damage is pretty good to start with here. Yeah, I still think that was the right decision. No item rooms? Or maybe it's because there's such a good start here, we just have no item rooms on the first floor? I guess we'll find out pretty soon. There we go. 3 extra bombs here. I'm kind of tempted to go to our shop and maybe buy a spirit heart or a battery charge, but I think we're just gonna leave instead. Try to keep pace on this one. This makes sense now why we're going to the cathedral. I guess there's religious significance there. I like themed dailies. And actually, this is a really nice theme to start with, considering how strong it is. With this many bombs, I think you know what? Maybe we can push one chest into another chest here. We'll use that. This should get both of them now. Empty vessel, or empty locket, sorry. Mom's locket. One of these days I'll get the name right. Now going to the shop seems pretty tempting. We just got some lifesteal, I guess. Oh, empty locket, or mom's locket. Oh, we're gonna take this for sure in case we fight Hush. Even though the stopwatch can be a little boring sometimes, I think that's the right choice right now for sure. The mom's locket gives us HP every time we open a chest. I need to internalize that. The Afterbirth trinkets, I know what most of them do. I know what many of them do, let's be realistic. But sometimes I pick them up and I'm just like, we're gonna pick it up because it's empty, and then I have to think about, wait a minute, why did we have that effect that I'd considered somewhat unexpected? By the way, there has been some crackle in recent episodes, I apologize. It's a known issue with XSplit, which is not to excuse myself completely, but usually it fixes itself, so, you know, there might be 30 seconds of crackle here and there once or twice in an hour-long video. Hopefully it's not too bad. It's the other thing is I have no idea it's doing it until the video actually goes up, because it usually happens like 30 minutes into the episode, and it doesn't manifest on my own audio preview via my earphones here. I wonder if there's a way I could probably do some audio magic and get that sorted out, is my guess. At least I could tell when there was crackle and then mute and unmute myself, but I think it's less distracting and more of just a channel meme at this point, although it is a little annoying as well. Annoying for me too, rest assured. Technical issues are much more frustrating always to the streamer than they are to the audience, which is not to say you shouldn't be you know, holding it to a higher standard. I'm just saying it's annoying either way. Okay. I used the nail there because I thought maybe we could crush those pots and get something out of it, but it worked out just fine regardless. You know, we don't need the damage bonus. We're already doing really, really nicely on the damage department, and we're using Cube of Meat to kill anything anyway, or kill everything anyway. Okay, so there's just gonna be no item rooms at all on this run. Probably. Truth be told, I can't be too mad about that. It's not really a terrible situation to find ourselves in. The game has been pretty kind with its starting items, and hopefully will continue to get kinder. I wonder if the deals with the devil are themed. If so, I guess we'd expect maybe to start getting deals with the angel instead. It might be in keeping with an Easter-themed run. Every boss should drop Easter-related items. And what are we famous for Easter? What is Easter famous for, I guess I should say? Chocolate and family dinners. I think we're going to use our bomb to do this for the extra exploration bonus. So I'm expecting... Oh, that's so bad, but we can still probably go to our shop. I'm expecting food, and I'm expecting... maybe poop-related items? I don't know. Chocolate poop? Don't put it past them. Opening... Oh, just using a key gives us the HP gen. That's interesting. I thought it was opening chests, but maybe it's opening anything? I mean, lockets do open. Pardon me? You wouldn't. Well, I guess we'll wait and see if we get one more bomb from the boss. And if we don't, maybe we'll get a Bang the Bang Dickie, but... Well, that was a rude awakening. I assumed that door would have stayed open. I guess we could always use our bomb to blow up the dude in the secret room and hope to get 5 cents for the 3-cent bomb we paid. I don't know, man. So we got Binky, and we got Little Brimstone and the Razor Blade. I am gonna take... Well, if we're gonna take Little Brimstone, we should take the Razor Blade first. At least take it out of the rotation. Take Little Brimstone. Now we can totally go to this mob trap room and not worry about it. And, again, good items from the deal with the devil. And with the nail, we don't have to worry about our HP being low. But, there's, some uncomfortable situations I had to deal with here. I learned a lot about how Isaac thinks about me. Closing up the secret rooms after I visited them once. Not cool, man. Not cool. I guess we just... No, we don't go yet. I'm trying to not even min-max. I just want to get as much, you know, item-wise possible out of this floor as I can. So we'll blow this guy up. Did give us the nickel that takes us to 19 cents. We could get Battery Baby. I think with the nail, Battery Baby is an awesome choice. It's a decent choice regardless, but with the nail, I think it's like, you know, you can't even... Oh, I almost bought the battery. But with the nail, we can't say no at all here. We could have also bought Fanny Pack, which would have been potentially good. Anything that gives you consumables semi-regularly can be really good from a point standpoint, but I think we made the right decision from a survival standpoint here. This run's going really well so far. It's kind of a little light on the themes, I think, unless there was a little, you know, demon brimstone that resurrected Jesus Christ from his tomb. I don't know if that's the case. Admittedly, I'm pretty unfamiliar with the origin story of Jesus Christ. I didn't mean to phrase it as if it was a superhero. I didn't know how else to phrase it, though, without people taking offense to it. And they're going to take offense to it either way. No matter what you choose to believe, that is very much secondary to me. To just the fact that you be a good person. And, you know, mostly... Also, you gotta rep a little bit of Warren G featuring Nate Dogg Regulate at least once a week. Those are like, is this person a good person? And if I did karaoke of Regulate by Warren G featuring Nate Dogg, could they play either part? If you can play at least one part, like you're almost there, but I really need someone who can be Nate Dogg when I need him to be Nate Dogg and be Warren G when I need him to be Warren G. But in all sincerity, you know, it's a holiday. It's a nice time to talk about stuff like that. Of course, you want to, you know, spend time with your family. But, you know, normally I refrain from talking about religious and political issues on the show. And I do so because I don't really think it's my place to talk about them. You know, I'm a dude who entertains you, hopefully, or, you know, irritates the shit out of you, maybe. By playing video games, I don't think it's really... Mom's knife. Okay. I remember when Jesus... got out of his tomb and then carved the turkey so that the 12 apostles could enjoy the Last Supper. Remember when Bobby Boucher showed up at halftime and the Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl? Yo, car battery's really good. And then we got Joker as well. No item rooms, but I think we'll still explore here. But yeah, like, I don't think it's really my place. I'm an entertainer. You know, I do care about, I care about issues. But I, first off, have knowledge of my own ignorance. And knowledge that my political... leanings and, you know, whether or not I'm religious, you know, comes from a place of where I've been in my own life and is irrelevant to most people. But beyond that, beyond thinking it's just not my place to talk about it, I also You know, just want everybody to be good people out there. I think everybody wants everybody to be good people, so it's a little bit of a cop-out. But I don't care what you do or don't believe in, who you are or are not voting for, as long as you, you know, treat the people around you with respect. And if you don't treat the people around you with respect, that makes you kind of a dick. That's about it. That's my ethos when it comes to personal living. Let's blow this up. Well, if you treat everyone around you with respect, why did you get so salty in Shell Shock Live when blah... Okay. Well, that's the... Shell Shock Live is it's inherently imbalanced. Now you're putting words in my mouth. Hey, you're taking my words out of context. Hey, I don't know why I had to say hey so many times there. Maybe it's because I wanted to say, oh, what's a going on? I just punched the microphone for dramatic effect there. It's 2 in the morning and I go outside and I take a deep breath and get real high. It's a fan favorite in Rock Band 4. I'm not even joking. Whenever anyone sees Rock Band 4, they're like, you know, what song should I play? I don't really know many of these. Oh shit, is that the He-Man and I Said Hey song? It is the He-Man and I Said Hey song. We gotta play that, which is a shame because on guitar, it's like, it's not really that much of a high-octane thrill ride. Needs more, you know, Flirting with Disaster by Molly Hatchet or something. That's the closest I've ever come to actually accurately emulating what a song actually sounds like. Are we going to take the left hand? Yes. We also got Guppy's Tail, in case that wasn't clear. Oh man, this is totally an, like, religious-themed run. Look at our consumables. 8! 8, 8! The number of the beast! Okay, can't do anything with those red hearts yet. I'll admit I've taken some damage I'm not necessarily proud of on this run. As much as people hate when I use the S word, we're gonna shit ourselves. No, what the S word I was talking about was seam. We're gonna try to have to find a seam here if we want to compete with Europa's score. Which at this point I've kind of resigned myself to the fact that that's not too likely. Europa is in a class above mine when it comes to daily challenges, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's no shame in admitting that. You know, what is it they say? If you're the smartest person in the room, you got to find a different room. That's how I feel about it. Is, you know, give me 1 Europa on my leaderboards over, you know, 10 Mathises. Doesn't even show up to the dailies anymore. Although, to be fair, Mathis has a good excuse, and I mean that sincerely. He's mad because he's bad. No, his good excuse is actually that he's doing the Mega Satan, or not Mega Satan, but the unlocks right now to get real Platinum God, 1001%. He's still got some like keeper stuff to do there, I think, and maybe lost stuff as well. So he's you know, got a singular focus that is valid as well. I don't know why I got such a menacing tone of voice. It's valid as well. Alright, well, we might as well pop this. I mean, we're kind of at the point where the nail is a little bit overkill. We don't necessarily need it anymore. We don't really want Book of Sin either, so we'll still keep it. We also got Incubus and Sin Robes there, so we're just really pretty much steamrolling at this point. We're taking a little bit longer than we should, but still very much on pace for boss rush. Should be in a good position to take out Hush as well. We have Mom's Knife, Little Brimstone, and Stopwatch. The Nail, Battery Baby, Car Battery. Like, we've got a pretty ridiculous lineup right here. Incubus, Mom's Knife is a pretty good combo as well, even though I think sometimes the Incubus range is bad, but on this one it actually seems completely fine. I hesitated to take that health upgrade just because I thought maybe we'd want to not lose Spirit Heart capacity, but I think, to be honest with you, it's basically 100% irrelevant. Much like my commentary when I play the game, usually. Or my game when you hear my commentary, usually. I do hear from a lot of people like, hey, I watch Isaac for you, not for Isaac at this point. And that's really flattering, you know, that, you know, you consider my personality, I guess, enjoyable enough for that. I appreciate it. One makes you small. Hey, remember when Jesus Christ pulled out his shrink ray and used it to sneak out of his tomb Ant-Man style at the end of The Binding of Isaac, the Easter edition? That's not a spoiler for Ant-Man, by the way. Unless you knew so little going into Ant-Man that it would be a spoiler to say that he turns small to fight crime. In which case, you know, what would you think was going to happen, dog? Would you think I sold them all? That's a Dr. Dre reference. Okay. That's bad damage. But again, outside of like the actual inherent problem of our damage penalty going up, we will take black powder. Our speed's decent. And it's kind of a fun item when you can actually make it work for yourself, like there, for example. But aside from that, that actually gives us the ability to use the nail a little bit more appropriately, I guess, because we have some space left over now. There's a red chest back here. There's a red chest back here. Almost terrible damage there. I think you save 2 of clubs. One of the things I'm guilty of in Isaac, especially on dailies, because that's where it's most pertinent, is just not... Maybe greed would be awesome in here. Oh, recycle would be awesome in here if we could get the money for it, and then a lot more money in the future, ideally. But is not really taking advantage of the ability to get crazy swag bonuses just by getting a lot of points, or just by like duplicating our consumables over and over. So if we could make that happen, I would be pleased. I would really like to get Bob's Rotten Hat out of the rotation, because otherwise it'll probably show up for us later. Now, on a run like this, where do you teleport to get maximum value? Well, Europa's score was like 40-something thousand, which to me indicates that maybe there was no self-sacrifice room here. Maybe that's just Hush and Boss Rush and, ooh, golden key. Maybe that's just Hush and Boss Rush and that's that. Well, and of course beating the run. Because if we teleported right now, we'd rank amazingly for time, but probably justifiably terribly for score. I don't think we'd be in the 40,000s, that's for sure. Ooh, got lucky to sneak out there. I guess we're just gonna leave. I thought maybe we'd have a chance at getting that restock, but I guess not. Found the second secret room without us having to waste a bomb. Bible tract, I don't know. I'd rather get Mom's Knife working with Guppy if we can get 2 more Guppy items, even though it's not the greatest synergy of all time. You never know. Any flies that do a ton of damage are flies of mine. I really like when you get greed, but it doesn't play the greed music. It really takes a lot of the gravitas out of the fight. Okay, we're at 32 pennies, that is. We can't go to our shop, or we can't go to our mob trap room, boss trap room, I mean to say, because I'm an idiot, and took too many health upgrades on the last floor. Good chance for Guppy items in there. I'm just popping these to see if we can get some more cards, and of course when it comes to more cards, you know what? We might get lucky and not have to worry about our HP regardless. That's 2 boss trap rooms that became accessible to me as a result of secret rooms, which is pretty ridiculous. And I mean that in the best way possible. That was good. 1 bomb for 7 cents is a good trade, even if we do want to double our bombs at some point. Oh, we teleported to the deal with the devil. We got Krampus. Krampus is dead. He gives us a lump of coal. I don't know if that works with Mom's Knife, but could be worse. Sadly, we've opened all... Well, first off, sadly we got hit there. But sadly, I opened all the chests in that room, so we are actually unable to fight those enemies. Which is really unfortunate, because I think... we missed out on maybe a few hundred points for that. But how are you supposed to plan for that? Open 1 chest, fight all the bosses, then open the other 2 chests? If I'm too lazy to, like, backtrack sometimes, what makes you think that, you know, ridiculous, banal minutia is gonna work out for us there? Oh, actually, streamer, it's pronounced banal. You know what, 15 cents for BOGO bombs on a daily where we're actually caring a little bit about getting our score as high as possible? Might be worthwhile, especially considering we're holding a 2 of clubs card. So every time we pick up 1 bomb, or what would have been 1 bomb earlier, we're actually going to be picking up 4 bombs, thanks to BOGO bombs and inevitably, eventually doubling them. It's kind of a rough approximation, mathematically speaking, but should be able to get the job done for us. Excuse me. Oh, another deal with the devil teleportation. That's going to be useful. The great thing about this situation right now is we should be totally fine to do boss rush, and I'm actually just going to do that right now. And my reasoning is I don't want to miss the Hush fight by 16 seconds like I did like 2 runs ago. So let's take Polaroid. We've already been in there. We have Epiphoria, Explosivo, Infamy, Mysterious Liquid. I think we take Infamy, but I really thought about taking Mysterious Liquid because it's also like a 0.3 damage up or something like that. But Infamy will save us from taking a a little bit of damage as well. And oh man, I forgot stopwatch is going to be awesome for this room. And I don't think the nails damage bonus stacks, unfortunately, but either way, we're going to get a lot of charges on it. We might as well use them in case it does stack. What I'm really hoping from finishing this is getting the ability to fly. It's a shame we actually got Mom's Knife, because Explosivo is like actually one of my favorite items in the game. I consider it like a good targeted, slow Bob's Brain, but a Bob's Brain that's much less likely to actually hit you than the actual Bob's Brain, because you got time to get away from it. We're too slow. We're not too slow. Holy shit. A little dangerous there. Someone's probably wondering. Some kind soul out there is probably wondering, NL, how's the jet lag? It continues to be messed up, man. I'm on the cusp of like accidentally finding myself on every streamer's schedule. Here's a dirty little secret about streaming. Like 80% of streamers go to bed at like 7 in the morning and wake up at 3 p.m. Like that's I wouldn't say that's a fact, because that's a little bit of a snobby way to put it, but it's just the way it is. Like when you make your own hours, and I think probably people who like video games have a little bit more of a tendency to be night owls than other people. Not saying that's a fact either, or a 100% ironclad tendency. I know a lot of gamers who are morning people as well. But if you are used to keeping late hours and then you have trouble sleeping one night, it's really easy to be like, okay, I'll just go to bed at 7 when I'm tired, wake up whenever, and work then. And then you're like, okay, the next night I'm gonna go to bed at like 11 and get my sleep schedule reset. And then it just never happens, because you've already gotten yourself in the death cycle, you know? If you've ever been on summer vacation, you know what that's like. Try to get your sleep schedule reset so you can start waking up at like 7:30 a.m. to go back to school. It can be a little annoying. Which is why you should have gotten the goddamn job this summer instead of just sitting on your lazy... Anyway, I'm joking. We have pin, presumably? Oh, polycephalus. So I'm resisting, but last night I slept like 3:30 to 5, and then as is commonplace lately, I woke up at 5, like drank some apple juice, and just kind of read shit on my phone until like 7:30. Fell asleep at 7:30, woke up at 11. And it's not a ton of sleep, but it's not a horrible sleep. But my body really wanted more. But I keep telling it no. I'm like, body, you don't have my permission. We're gonna take Spider Baby. You don't have my permission to wake up at 2 p.m. Because once you submit to your own whims there and just say, okay, I need to sleep more than I need to keep my sleep schedule active or like sane, that's when you're done. If you wake up at 2 and you go, okay, I'll fix it tomorrow, then you never fix it, man. It ends up being just a constant struggle. So I refuse to give myself what my body needs right now. But we're gonna get there at some point. We're gonna take it back. You might be saying, why do you even care about having a sleep schedule that is normal when you have a job like this? Well, I mean, I have a job like this, but I have to interact with people. You got Guppy's paw there. Who don't have a job like this. Like, if I ever need to meet with someone who does actual business, which has been happening on occasion, they're like, hey, why don't you swing by my office around 11? And I'll be like, how about 8 p.m.? I'll go get us some morning coffee on the way there. I think I'm just going to keep my red hearts for now. I don't think our hearts are going to make too much difference here. Whether they're red or spirit or demon, what have you. It helps to keep a schedule. I'm with you, okay? Society's the one that's behind. Society incentivizes this sleep schedule. If we could all work remotely and at the hours of my choice, that would be fantastic. Unfortunately, we're not quite there yet. So if I ever want to meet or talk to somebody who keeps normal hours because they've got a family or some stupid shit like that, then I gotta be awake for it. And moreover, I just feel better. I mean, some people feel okay, waking up at all hours of the afternoon. I really feel most comfortable if I'm waking up at like 9:30, which is for me like, hey, that's pretty late in the morning, but still early enough to be like, it's still the morning. That's only in the morning. You're supposed to be up cooking breakfast or something. Let's not pop the nail, just in case we get hit. Keep in mind, we are getting 2 HP back every time we use the nail, thanks to car battery, which is just working out incredibly for us so far. So anyway, there's your answer. I don't know if I'm still under the effects of jet lag, but getting hit a little bit by insomnia. It's partly that, partly, you know, the stress of being back to work. There's Guppy for us, so now we can definitely get this red chest. It's an adjustment period. My voice may sound a little bit run down. I think that's fair. I'm not actually sick, I'm just a little tired. It's, you know, people who don't have sleeping problems. I don't have, like, clinical sleeping problems. I want to stress that. Because, you know, some people say, oh, you know, I have trouble sleeping. Once a month, I only get, like, 4 hours of sleep. Yo, that's not trouble sleeping. There are people who need, like, some pretty serious sedatives in order to get to sleep. But the people who don't have sleeping problems, they don't understand, man. They'll never get it. And I don't mean that to be rude to them, but, you know, Kate is one of those people who basically, if you put her in a chair and then let her close her eyes, she can fall asleep, like, at will. I really, really envy that. So whenever I'm like, oh, I had trouble sleeping last night, she's like, oh, just close your eyes. And I'm like, that's not how it works. I wish it were that easy. It's not. It's something deep in the evolutionary brain is like, there could be predators around, be careful. And then at, you know, 2 p.m., it's like, okay, in the cold light of day, you're fine now. We can definitely drop the left hand. I should have done so earlier. Who knows? Might have missed out on an item there. Still got 2 of clubs. I hate these. Maybe we can get a D6 or something. Yeah, we'll definitely take Pyromaniac. Immunity to explosions is all that gives us right now, but that's still pretty good. PhD gives us better pills. Hematemesis. And we don't quite have the money, unfortunately, to get the coin purse. We probably would have had the money if we'd picked up, I don't know how this is gonna work. If we dropped the left hand, I should say. Like, I don't know what I was trying to do there, but I figured it was worth taking that instead of taking magic fingers that I was never gonna get any advantage out of. Now, it is worth noting that, first off, it's worth noting I should not have used the nail there. I was like, we need the damage bonus. Well, we could have waited until we got hit at least twice, and then, oh my god, Infamy saved my ass there from taking some seriously dumb damage. We could have waited until we got hit twice, and then used it and still gotten the damage bonus at that point, but either way, we're probably still going to be completely fine here, but we're only 1 floor away from the finish here. We get 5,500 points for beating Hush. And then probably good for like another couple thousand by doubling our bombs with 2 of clubs. That puts us pretty far away out of striking distance of that 42,000 point score from Europa. So I'm thinking maybe there's a self-sacrifice room on the next floor, but if there is, I would have expected a score, you know, maybe like 5,000 points above that. But maybe the damage penalty was high enough from the teleporter that it only allowed you to get a few extra points, but like a few extra thousand, I guess, but I don't know. It's kind of, it's a little bit of a crapshoot right now. But we're destroying the Hush. You know, he's more than 50% dead and hasn't even had a chance to use his continuum shots yet. Really good sign that the run is going just fine. Or that our damage is going just fine. If we stand, like, super close, we might be safe here. Of course, if he moves, we're going to have trouble. I'm trying to remember that I am actually the tiniest out of all of the things that appear to be my followers right now. Probably pretty lucky to not get hit on that. Infamy! Oh, no infamy necessary. No jacket required by Phil Collins. There's a girl that's been on my mind all the time, Susu Studio. Susudio is like a really, it's a little bit of a creepy song when you actually, you know, think about the lyrics, which I do on a regular basis. Now she don't even know my name, but I think she loves me just the same. Susudio. I hope you're in like, this is like a love at first sight situation, but it sounds like you're really pining for this girl, you know. I just feel so nervous when I hear the word Susudio. It's like, he's been pining for this girl. She doesn't even know what his name is, but he's pretty confident that she loves him. I don't know. That sounds like a little creepy to me. I mean, it's a story perhaps of unrequited love, but it's set to that like jazzy, brassy beat, you know, with the rhythm section in the background. Or the horn section in the background. You're like, this is a love story. I don't know if it's a love story. I think Phil Collins might be stalking a girl named Susudio. Maybe her name isn't even Susudio. Maybe she... Oh, that's bullshit. I took Bob's rotten head earlier. But I guess that's fine because this boss just drops it, so there's no way to prevent that. Maybe she just works at a place called, like, S Studio, and he's like, that's her name. I mean, that I'm stretching a little bit there, I'll admit. SS Studio. He's like the production assistant on her TV show. Oh, I must have missed a... I thought that was a dead end, but it wasn't. We'll definitely do this. I mean, it's looking like this run is probably getting close to being over. So I must have missed out on a little bit of a point gainer somewhere along this line. This has honestly been... Look, don't take this as a super negative towards the game. I loved themed runs, but this one's been a little easy. It's really kind of been on autopilot for quite some time, which is why the commentary's going off the rails. But it's not a bad thing necessarily to have an easy daily, but I do like to get a little bit zanier with it whenever possible. I'm basically just like throwing points away at this point, but I'm more interested in seeing what this guy might give us, including an Awaz rune, which I don't think can even work on the cathedral. We're just looking for a self-sacrifice room, and if possible... Bumbo. We're looking for a self-sacrifice room, and if possible... If it exists, that's going to give us a huge benefit. I really need this money, Bumbo. Like, I know you're better off with it, but I might as well get the points, because it's not like you're going to do much for us anyway. And even if you did do a lot for us, it's not like we really need you to do a lot for us. You know, don't take that the wrong way, necessarily. The only way out of this, I think, is a self-sacrifice, so... We're definitely going to do our due diligence when it comes to exploration. I keep using bombs, which I'd rather not use, but... Do want to get the secret room. Just pooped out a key. Maybe we just give Bumbo, like, unlimited money and he starts giving us enough consumables to make this happen, but I think, especially considering how many dead ends we've seen here, we should probably just start to get okay with the fact that this run is basically, probably, it's got an expiration date on it and it's probably going to be ending, right around now. You know, there's a grocery store in Canada called No Frills. This sounds like a stand-up comedy joke, and I guess you could twist it into being one. Might as well pop this, I guess. Their thing is, like, really cheap groceries, but no frills, which is, like, no amenities, right? They don't serve you from shelves. They have, like, a shipping crate in the center of the produce aisle that is basically, like, we just got these, you know, hearts of romaine in from Colombia. Buy them, they're $1 each. And I went there, let's see what our score is here. And we tried to buy, oh, that's pretty good, 238th, I can live with that. We tried to buy some, like, pizza crusts so that we could make our own homemade pizza. You know, you buy, it's not like the outside ring. You buy, like, the whole dough and then, you know, put the stuff on yourself. Bake it at home. It's a nice activity. It's fun for the whole family. Picked it up, almost got the check out of it. I looked at the expiration date. Shit was like 3 days past expiration. I guess on stocking stuff that is, like, past expiration date is now a frill. But I still love the prices. You can't beat them. Also, it's the best pizza I've ever had. A little green, though. No, we went to a different store. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.